One thing you have to know that in every sector, dispute arises. In every organization, dispute arises. Today I want to be talking about enhancing dispute resolution in the agro sector. You know, the farming is a very important sector. Without the farming, there wouldn't be any food on the table. So, in agri sector, among farmers, dispute arises. And when it arises, mediation or the dispute resolution mechanisms are there for effective conflict resolution process. I want to share some agricultural disputes. For example, in Nigeria, one of the disputes in agro sector is land and tenure dispute, land grabbing, boundary dispute, contract dispute, supply chain disagreement, payment default, input supply issues, market access dispute, land encroachment dispute, trespass dispute, etc. A lot of disputes, even the ones that you can be able to name them, they all arise in agro disputes. Even farmers, currently in Nigeria, there is the herdsmen and the farmers dispute currently going on, where the herdsmen are eating up the farmer's crop, where the herdsmen are cattle rather are eating up the farmers' crops in Nigeria, killing farmers. It's a very serious dispute, because if those disputes are not being resolved, the farmer will be insecure to go to the farm to plant crops, and food prices are already high. You can imagine a situation where a farmer is not secure to carry out cultivation in his or her farm. That means automatically means no food, and the ones available will be very high. So what are those benefits of mediation in agro sector if dispute arises? It has an economic efficiency because mediation is quick, it's cost effective. Mediation helps you in preservation of business relationship, because when dispute arises in the agro sector, that won't stop you from doing further business in the agri sector in the future. So mediation helps to preserve business relationship. It helps to boost investors' confidence. It supports farmer security and access to justice. Because at the mediation table, you can express your grievances. You can speak to each other one-on-one to resolve your dispute. And what are the challenges implementing mediation in the agro sector or other dispute resolution mechanisms? I think one of them is limited awareness and understanding. Because I've been to places and they say, "What do you do?" I said, "Okay, I'm a mediator." They're like, "What's that? What do you mediate on? What do you do? What is it all about?" So there's limited awareness and understanding in the mediation process. A lot of farmers lack adequate knowledge of mediation process and other dispute resolution mechanisms outside the litigation system. They lack adequate knowledge and benefits and accessibility of mediation as a dispute resolution mechanism. There is a weak institutional frameworks. There is gaps in policy and in inconsistency of enforcement of alternative dispute resolutions. There is the cultural and traditional preference. Most communities and they favor familiar method of informal method of dispute resolution in their own way. So more awareness needs to be created about mediation and other dispute resolution mechanisms. What are those impacts of delay in dispute resolution in agro sector? When dispute is being delayed in agro sector, because there's already dispute and it's being delayed to be resolved or to be mediated on. It reduces direct foreign investment in agriculture. It decreases farmers' productivity and motivation. It weakens supply chain reliability, limited access to agricultural credit and insurance, and so many other delay impacts. I can use the example of the Nigeria herdsmen and the farmers' dispute going on recently. You can see that farm produce are very high in prices. A lot of farmers will no longer be motivated to go to the farm to cultivate crops. The productivity in farming decreases because there is insecurity. You can go to the farm and you'll be scared that you lose your life by a herdsman who is rearing the cattle, moving around with cattle. So when this dispute have been delayed to be resolved, their impact is so negative. A lot of impact. The productivity of farmers decline rapidly and the available product in the market will become so high. So it's important we create more awareness. So farmers can know that when dispute arises in their own sector, there is a mechanism, faster mechanism for them to be able to resolve the dispute and talk about it. So it's very important we create awareness, engage stakeholders, conferences, frameworks, public awareness, outreaches, monitoring, so the farmers will be aware that in mediation, there's a mediation service tailored to the agricultural business dispute. So it's very important we create more awareness of mediation or whatever dispute resolution mechanism you're passionate about. There is arbitration, there is conciliation, so that people will be aware that in every sector dispute arises, and when it arises, how do we turn those disputes to opportunities? How do we create awareness so that when dispute arises, there's a mechanism to talk about it, so that we can continue carrying out our daily activities? Because absence of peace is not the total, peace is not a total aspect. So we have to create more awareness. So that